Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to sell your social media management services in a quick and effective way, even if you're shy like me, even if you're starting out, or even if you don't have a lot of cases to show in your portfolio to impress your prospects. There are 3 unfailing tips for you to have the number of clients that I currently have. So stay with me until the end. Different from what I've seen and lived around, I'm going to teach you 3 ways to sell your social media management services to prospects with techniques that I have learned throughout my career, because I've already taken many courses and mentorship programs. I've already put into practice all the things that I'm going to show you, and I already learned from it. I'm going to tell you the 3 things that worked best for me, and this will save you time, especially for those of you who are starting out. I didn't get this help for free. I had to pay for all of it. And I want to make this information available to other people who are starting their business in the freelance world. But first of all, I want to introduce myself. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Leticia Vicotti. I am 29 years old, and I've been working in the social media world for the past 3 years, since 2020. Today I have many clients, and most of my experience is in the medical field with doctors and healthcare providers. But I have worked with chocolate factory, nonprofits, accountants, in the construction sector, whatever you think, name it, and I've done it. I chose this job because this gives me financial freedom. If you're starting up, you can easily make $2,000 a month as a side job. It also gives me geographic freedom because, for example, I'm Brazilian. I went to the United States when I was 10 years old. I built a life there, but I decided to return to my home country. It doesn't mean that the next time you watch a video from me, I will be here. Who knows? Maybe I'll be in Europe or somewhere. But today I have the liberty of picking where I would like to work from. Being a social media manager also gives me freedom of time. Although I work a lot, and I'm going to give you a tip. There are a lot of people that teach social media and talks about social media management, and they say, it's all beauty, and it's not all butterflies and rainbows. You have to work a lot to become a successful social media manager. But you don't have a boss demanding you to be present at a certain time, so you can adjust your schedule accordingly. I sometimes take the morning off, but I work late in the evenings. Sometimes if I want to take the weekend or, a long weekend, I can do that. But then I also have to make sure that all the work is done. As I told you, I have had to pay for everything I'm going to teach you. If you don't apply what I'm teaching you today, I'm sure that it will be more difficult for you in this process. Do you know why? Because I can only teach you to go to places that I have been. And trust me, I have been to the place where I didn't know how to get new clients. I didn't know how to close a deal. But before starting our content, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, because every week there's going to be valuable tips for you here in this channel, especially for you who is starting out. Leave your like and comment below at the end of this video what kind of content would you like me to record for you, because this is your channel. So let's go to step 1. The first thing you have to do is to listen and ask questions. One of the biggest mistakes I see social media managers make when offering their services to potential clients is presenting a list of solutions and services right off the bat. Think about it. This can be like going to a car mechanic and they start rumbling about all the offers, all the deals, all the selection of parts that they have, but they didn't even listen what is the problem that you're having with your car. In fact, this happened to me this week. When I went into a meeting and a person on the other side started to pitch to me, but they didn't really ask me what I needed. She went on and on about all the things her company does, all the services she can provide, but nothing what she was saying clicked with me because I wasn't looking for those services. If she had asked me about it, what was my need, she would not have wasted neither of our times. And when I started, I basically did the same thing. I went into meetings with packages already made, already presenting to the client the options, and they got a little scared and honestly annoyed too, because they didn't understand what was it that I was talking about. They don't know what they need, but they need to tell you what is their current situation looking like in order for you to be the expert and advise them what they actually need. So before presenting solutions and services, it is crucial for you and all social media managers to understand the client's needs and issues. This allows you to offer a personalized and effective solution rather than just trying to sell services that they may not need or actually want. During the first meeting, we simply need to listen to the customer and ask questions to understand the business that they have and how can we help. Rather than explaining how our agency works, we should focus on learning about the client's company and their business to determine how social media can benefit them. Our approach should be to ask questions, listen actively, and encourage the customer to share whatever it is that they want, right? So it may be their expectations, their previous experience, what happened, did they like, did they not like, and so on. For example, at Social Boom Marketing, which is my agency, we might ask, so tell me what brought you to Social Boom? What are your goals? Have you worked with other social media agencies before? Things like that will make me learn more about them. Treat this meeting like a doctor's appointment. First, understand the customer's pain points, listen to their concerns and needs before offering specific solutions. By doing this, I promise the client will feel valued by you, confident about at least being in a meeting with you and considering your services. Before I tell you the second point, stay until the end, because I have a special gift that I made for you and it's going to help you so much in this process to sell your social media management services. I will provide you with the link at the end of this video. The second point is selection and prerequisites. But there is one discovery call thing that will either help qualify the prospect for you and get them ready for the meeting, or save time for both you and them and not go into the meeting. These are qualifying questions. Over the years of experience, I've seen that sending a big briefing prior to the meeting with the client is not what worked for me. Having a lot of questions can overwhelm them. So before the meeting, that might be a path that you want to take. But in my case, I've already tried that and it didn't work for the persona that I was aiming for. I encourage you to experiment with adapting everything that you're learning from me, from other people, into your business to see what works best for you or not. But let's go back. For me, a few questions are enough. So whenever the person is interested in scheduling a free discovery call with me, they need to fill in their name and email, which is basic information, then their company's website. If they don't have a website, it's a little bit of a red flag for me because it might tell me that they are in their early stage of their career or business and might not have the budget available that I require. Then we also ask what their goal is for the business. Here you can start to assess the commitment of this potential client. If they have short answers, it's a red flag too. The next question is, have you ever worked with a social media manager or an agency before? I'm trying to understand their past experience, or even if they currently have someone that they're working with right now. Do you see how we're gathering information to use as weapons during our meeting? They also need to answer what marketing efforts are they currently doing. If they follow someone who gives social media tips, hacks, or anything like that on social media platforms, and if yes, who are they following? And another question that I ask is, you might think these are random questions to ask in my qualifying questions, but with this question, I'm trying to understand how savvy they are with social media. What is their style? Because if they follow someone who has a type of aggressive marketing, for example, it must be because they identify with it and they like it, and they may expect us to have the same style. But lastly, the last question that I ask them, I tell them upfront how much a typical marketing service costs, and I ask them for their budget. I've seen some freelancers have an automatic system that if they put in, for example, less than $1,000 per month, then the system will not allow the client to schedule an appointment, and an automatic email will be sent to them that maybe they are not the best fit for each other. Personally, I don't like this approach, but it is something that can be done as well. Once the leads are qualified, you have asked the questions and listened to their concern at the meeting, and you think that you guys are a good match for each other, then it's time to not leave this meeting without a proposal meeting. Yes, that's right. I schedule the proposal meeting during my discovery call. Remember I said that all services are customized and we don't have set packages? It is because once you understand their goals and needs, you will need to create a custom package for them. And here is the trick. A lot of people miss an opportunity because they go ahead, they have this meeting, they do all the proposal work, and then they send it off in an email as a PDF or whatever to the client. But please do not do that. Customers do not understand our marketing lingo. If you put SEO, they're not going to understand what SEO means. By the way, there is a card right here. If you want to learn how to calculate how much to charge, I have another video here that I think is going to be very helpful for you. So you can click on it and you can watch right after this video. But let's go back to the SEO. They don't understand what SEO means. And then what happens? They feel maybe even dumb and they decide not to ask, what is it? So they just see the price. They are not sure what they're gonna get out of this and they ignore you. Has this happened to you? Happens all the time that we get ghosted. So you need to have a proposal meeting with them in order to explain every single point and the benefits of every single point. Actually, I have another video about how to conduct a proposal meeting. So click on the card here and watch it as well. Now let's go to the good part. In the description of this video below, there is a link to a PDF file where I put the key questions that me and my team use to successfully conduct the first meeting with a prospect. I hope you enjoy my tips and that it brings value to you so that you can grow your business, have financial freedom, geographic freedom, freedom of time, have just freedom. So comment below what is the biggest difficulty that you have, and I can create more content for you specifically. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.